Binge or Cringe, episode 3. Still talking about my book, Be a Citrix Hero, which was published 6 years ago. Does it need some updates? All right, well, today we're going to use this 4-color pen. I recommend if you're writing a book or just organizing your life. Link in the description for this guy. But let's get into it. Chapter 2, all about NetScaler or Citrix ADC or whatever they're calling it this week. And the concept with this chapter is whether or not you should just leave it at the defaults or optimize it in that way. So this is one of those where there's a lot of things about this that change over time. So does this work out? And then one other thing I wanted to mention too, or ask about, and let me know in the comments what you think about this. I had originally had this as a kind of a learning guide. And so I kept in the book these things here, like what layer this chapter is all about, which success language is something I never really got into. So that's kind of cringe. You don't really know what that is, but we'll get into that. But anyway, this rating system with the importance being, number of guitars, user impact, number of guitars, security impacts, difficulty, that sort of thing, how difficult do these changes make, that sort of thing. What do you guys think about this rating system? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so first up, we have changing the NetScaler password. Let's say that one's generally okay as a recommendation here. The NetScaler firmware vulnerable to attack. Now, this title is kind of cringe-worthy because it's coming from a series of presentations that I gave called The Dirty Dozen. And so this is something where, like, for example, this right here, that's a pretty aged kind of thing. So we would want to update that or that sort of thing. Same thing with it right here. Another CVE that's like, come on. It's out of date. So I'm actually not sure why I had included these. I think I had even intended to have like an updated database of these kind of things, but the reality is that's just gotten away from me too much. And so honestly, keeping to the general methods of like, okay, A+ at SSL Labs, this is all fine as long as SSL Labs stay here. So right now, it's kind of a checkbox. It's okay. It's still a good thing to do. Make sure you're secure that way. But overall, there's some other things in here that it just takes a while to get to the leading practices and things like that. But this all changes so rapidly. So ultimately, there's a few things that need to change about this one. So I'm going to call this one cringe. Thanks for being here. And next time, we'll go over part 4, covering more about Be a Citrix Hero. See you then.